right now, I think the biggest question for the Las Vegas Raiders moving forward is what's going to happen with Derek Carr's contract. I understand it. I think it's a big thing here. And cards on the table, we have stood on the table for Derek Carr all season long. We have thought that he is definitely not the reason the Raiders have not been at where they want to, at least for the last however long. I think honestly, Derek Carr is clearly not the problem. We've made videos about the subject. You guys can go check those out because I think we've been on the subject pretty extensively. But the point is, where do we now go into a position where we look for the perfect Derek Carr contract? Because on one end of the spectrum, you have Derek Carr, who's not Patrick Mahomes, he's not Aaron Rodgers, and he's not Josh Allen. Okay, he's not with the top tier portion of the NFL in terms of quarterback play, like just level and talent. He's just not there. But he's also above, or at least in the category of a guy like Kirk Cousins for the Vikings, and Kirk Cousins makes way more money than he deserves because his agent is amazing. But overall, I feel like if we're being real here, Derek Carr, like we said, there's two ends of the spectrum. He's not worth $45 million a year, but he's also worth more than $19 a year, or $19 million. He's definitely more than $19 a year, but he's definitely worth more than $19 million a year right now. So the question becomes now, when we talk about perfect contract, I think right now the Raiders have about, from what I've seen, I think it's according to Spot Rec, they have about $19 million in cap space, which means right now they could lower Derek Carr's cap hit for this year to something, I'm not sure, if they wanted to extend him, and they could do some different things. They could lower that, and is the cap supposed to be higher too? I'm not sure. But here's the way I look at it. I think his extension is going to go on for next year, going to be a big reason, as to why he's going to get a big raise, and it's all going to happen next year. The big reason he's going to get a raise is because, A, there are no free agents available that I would rather have than Derek Carr. Like, if we're being real, there's nobody. You have a couple of choices, and guys that I just don't think they are the answer. And obviously we've actually, I think we talked about it on I think we have done a video. I don't remember, but you got guys like Ryan Fitzpatrick, Tyrod Taylor, Andy Dalton, Cam Newton. No. Ben Roethlisberger also no. Well, he's retired, but right now this is all according to Spot Rec right now. Jameis Winston, I mean, maybe, but overall, no. None of these guys I would take over Derek Carr. I would stick with Derek Carr, but now the question becomes, how much do you pay him? I think Derek Carr deserves in that $30 to $35 million range. I really do. Because right now he's making $19 million. Kirk Cousins is set to make he's in the Vikings books for like $45 million. I still don't know how this man did it. His agent's amazing. But we need to be honest. We need to look at these quarterbacks and see what they're making, and we need to be honest here. Derek Carr has been the reason this team is even relevant, ever relevant, if we're being real. Other than this last year, like the defense historically has been bad. Historically has been very, very bad. But now, this last year, especially during the last month of the regular season, they were playing like the best defense in the NFL. And you're like, okay, where did this come from? And Derek Carr and the offense were the ones that were kind of lagging. Like this entire time, Derek Carr has never been the problem. Now, has he been Aaron Rodgers or Patrick Mahomes? No, he hasn't. But again, also not the problem. And if you get this guy, I'm going to bring up this stat. You guys are going to get tired of me for saying this, but I don't care. This man has never had a top 15 defense in his entire NFL career. And I'm trying to think, and that was before this last season's stats kind of came in. I don't remember if they had a top 15 defense last year. I think it was close, but and even if he did have a top 15 defense last year, if we look at all the numbers, didn't he make the playoffs? Like he made the playoffs. He was one possession away. He was one possession away from beating the eventual AFC Super Bowl participants in the Cincinnati Bengals. So it's like, okay, the one time you give this guy a top 20 defense at the very least, maybe, and he's one game away from sending you to the divisional round. He's one possession away from sending you to the divisional round. Like Again, he's not the problem. He's not the solution in terms of just being able to put an entire franchise on his back. How about we just give the man some help? How about we take his contract, we say, listen, Derek, we give you $30 to $35 million a year. You're a good quarterback that'll give us, because obviously I've heard rumors, people saying, oh, he's demanding 40. He knows he's never going to get 40. I've heard people say, or I've seen reports of them saying he's demanding 35. I wouldn't be opposed to that. 30 million, I think, is fair. I think that's the perfect number. The magic number is 30 million. I think an $11 million raise is in it for Derek Carr. Now, what that does to the cap space, I'm not 100% sure how that all will work. Obviously, Dave Ziegler and company will have that figured out. But I think if you can free up a little bit more cap space, I'm not sure how, Derek Carr, he's a team player. The team loves playing for him, so I think they could find a way to do it. If you pitch it to him like, hey, you're going to get a $10 million raise next year, let's take a little bit off this year so we can get you some help. And I believe the cap number is also supposed to go up as well, if I'm not mistaken. So overall, right now, Derek Carr is a team player. He has been a team player, and I feel like the Raiders know that, which is why I think they need to offer this man $30 million a year. I don't think that's too much. Again, you find the sweet spot. He's not Aaron Rodgers, not Patrick Mahomes. I think he's at least level with Kirk Cousins, who makes way too much money. So it's like, okay, I think you find that healthy balance. The perfect contract and number for me for the Derek Carr contract is $30 million, and I think you put it in there. And I think you don't look back because he is good enough. Just get this man some help. Get him a consistent defense and maybe a right tackle and another wide receiver, and we'll be good to go. All right, and we'll see the Raiders in the Super Bowl. That's at least our take on it, but let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. In the description down below, you'll find all of our social media platforms, so give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think. What's the perfect number? What is the perfect Derek Carr contract for the Las Vegas Raiders?